Well, we are back and we are ready to make the icing for the carrot cake. Ah, it's so exciting. I have my 3 carrot cakes cooling on the counter, and now it's time to make the homemade icing. Well, you'll notice in front of me a big bag of confectionery sugar. I've got butter, I have cream cheese, I have vanilla, and cinnamon. All right, so listen, cover your ears when I say how much confectionery sugar you're going to need. 5.5 to 6 cups. Wow. So, this bag, I already converted the measurement on this. This is a 2-pound bag of confectionery sugar, and you get 4 cups out of one bag, and I need almost 6. So, 5.5 to 6 is about what it takes. You kind of have to play it by ear when you're looking, well, by sight when you're looking at it. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to dump this whole bag in the mixer. And I know, oh, there's a lot of sugar in this. That's why I say you need to share this cake with a lot of friends, because there's a lot of sugar in this bad boy. But it is so good. So that's one, and then we're going to do a half of this one. We're going to give it about, I'm going to actually measure out a cup, so where I get 5 cups that I know for sure will be 5 cups of confectionate sugar. I mean, it takes almost the whole thing here, okay? All right, and I'm going to do a little more, about a half of one, to get me almost to the 6 mark. Now, some people use 6.5. You just have to eyeball it and see, okay, what's going on. All right, now I need 1 teaspoon of sugar. We got enough sugar. I need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. All right, here we go. Oh, I always forget these little jars. You can't fit this in here. So I'm using a half teaspoon twice. Remember, you washed your hands so that you can level this off, because you don't want more than you're supposed to have, okay? So you got half 2 times. Makes you 1 teaspoon, in case you had a hard time in math. All right, and then we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now that's easy, because we're just going to use our 1 teaspoon. We got our vanilla, pouring it in. Ooh, ooh, ah, oh, McCormick, you're so good. All right, so that's our 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then we have our cream cheese. 12 ounces of cream cheese. So that's 1.5. I'll just show you. The bars come in 8-ounce bars, so you need 1.5 of these. So when you go to the store, you're going to have to buy 2 packs. That's how I did it. So we'll put our half in there, okay? And then we're going to put our whole one. Now I'm going to turn this on because I'm going to get it going. Now, you got to be careful that you don't turn this on high speed and sugar goes everywhere and there's a cloud. So you want to be careful. And it's sucking up that cream cheese already. We're going to let it do its thing. I'm going to help it turn. As I mentioned earlier, if you're doing baking all the time, it's good to get yourself a professional mixer. I get by with this because I only bake a few times a year, usually around the holidays. We've got a work function that I'm going to do. I'm cutting this cream cheese in half. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Oop, I don't want to go too... Oh, I lost a little powdered sugar. That's all right. And I'm going to get us a little bit more in there. We'll put... And we have 1.5 sticks of butter. Try and get some oil going in here, because we got a lot of powder, and I'm going to try and help it along. It takes time, and that cream cheese and that butter eventually gets liquidy, and it turns into an icing. It's actually really cool. Now some people melt the butter. I suppose you could do that to make it easier. I don't know. but I'd want it to be cool before I put it in there. So I'm just going to keep adding my cream cheese until I get the rest of it in there. I got to help my mixer out here. Alright. So I got all the cream cheese, and then the only thing I got left is my butter. And then that will be my icing. Help the cream cheese out a little bit so it just gets down to the bottom. Okay. Then we'll start adding some more butter to this. So the butter goes in, we're going to start seeing this go. Now, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, people. Calm down in here. Now, one of the things that I did learn is that the more powdered sugar you put in, okay, if you go to the 6, we're really cranking them. The more powdered sugar you put in, the more cream cheese and or butter you're going to need. Because it can get really hard quickly. And you want it to be a little loose so that you can spread it on the cake. Now it's starting to do its thing. And I need my spatula to get this off the sides. I still got to put some butter in here. Oh, we got a big dough ball happening. Woo-wee! We got some butter. Alright. I'm going to help it. Let me get my big spatula and that will help. Listen to some beautiful music. Oh, you were on hold, right? You were listening to some beautiful music? Alright, so here we go. Let me move this out of the way so this don't get knocked over and then we end up having cinnamon everywhere. That would not be cool. Okay. Clear. Clear for takeoff. Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we got a problem here. I think we locked up. I maybe shouldn't have stopped it. This is technically not what happens. But because all this cheese, oh my goodness, I think I killed my mixer. Oh, there we go. Come on, baby. Yes. All right. So, little disclaimer. Oh my goodness. Don't do it this way. This is what not to do. So, what has to happen is that I need a little more liquid because I put a little more powdered sugar in here. And the other thing is that this thing has got to get to beating a little bit faster because it's turning. This is not how it works. Usually, okay, chill. Start again. A little more butter, and I think this time I'll melt it. We need a little liquid in here before we, burn it up. Alright, here we go. And because I had leftover batter, I got some muffins. Look at that. Alright. That will help us. A little more liquid. I mean, just to give you an idea of what I'm dealing with. A big old dough ball, which ain't supposed to be on there. But you know why that is? It's because I didn't melt the cream cheese and the butter was not soft enough. And so because it was too cold, you get this. So while this is supposed to be a helpful video, on one hand, it is helpful because you have learned that this is not a good idea to do this stuff when it's ice cold. You need to let it get to room temperature. And all the cooks out there in baking land said amen, right? All right. Now, let's try it again. I really need this to work because, there we go. Yay. You ought to see the mess of flour, the sugar everywhere. Woo! Yeah, go baby, go baby, go, go baby, go baby, go, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo! Now that's how it's supposed to be. So now I know room temperature on the cream cheese and the butter for sure. Because if you don't do that, you're going to end up with one big blob that you could probably put 2 bricks together and build a house. And well, until the sun hits it and it melts. It won't be any good. So this icing will go on the carrot cakes, okay? And I did 3 tiers. And then I have chopped pecans to go along the top. Now some people put the pecans up the side of the cake. I'm not that good. The way I do those is I throw it on there on the sides and hope it sticks. It makes a big mess. But alright, let's see how we're doing. And I just do this essentially to make sure that all the sugar is folded in. Because we do have some sugar that's in the bottom still. Because, you know, it's a lot. So we want to get that sugar folded in there. Now, I am going to, and I can't really because I was going to add a little cream cheese, but I really can't. Whoa! Because I need my cream cheese for the other, because I made 2. Oh, this is looking good now. Yeah. Woohoo! Alright, I want to see where we're at. See, isn't that much better? I don't have all that stuff on there. I mean, it ain't pretty, let me tell you. It's not pretty. I still got a little bit of sugar in the bottom, a little bit of powdered sugar in the bottom. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add me a little more butter. I would do cream cheese, but quite honestly, I only bought what the recipe called for, and I didn't buy any extra. So I'm going to do a little more butter. To kind of help us along. I'm going to check my other muffins, because I got some muffins going. Now that little extra butter should give us what we need to soak up the rest of that sugar that we have. This is like stirring concrete, let me tell you. Alright, here we go. This is not normally how it goes. But because you might be somebody that does this for the first time, and this might be your experience, maybe you've never cooked before, and this might be your first time doing icing, you know, now you got somebody to relate to. Alright, here we go. See, and I use this to try and fold it in as we turn, to make sure that we're getting it all. If you'd have done 6.5 cups of powdered sugar, you definitely need a lot more cream cheese. Because I think that the more sugar, the more dry powder you use. Whew. All right. Well, that is our icing for our carrot cake. As ugly as that was right there. But let me tell you, that is some good stuff right there. That is not going to slide off your cake when you put it on. Now, you want to be sure that when you ice your cakes, they're cool. Because this will melt right off and go onto the floor. You don't want that. All right. Not to say I've had any experience with that. Yeah, maybe once. I do. I handle tools and wood much better than I do this stuff. All right, let's just taste it. Oh, that is some yummy goodness right there. It looks ugly. It looks so ugly right now. But it tastes good. Carrot cake icing. Check it out for yourself. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I teach all kinds of things. Sometimes they go really well and smooth, and other times, well, it happens. You take care now, and I hope you make a carrot cake and you just love it and it comes out awesome. All right, bye-bye.